before we get started, I do have to ask that you please remain seated throughout the duration of the ride. Also, if you have any little ones under the age of 3, make sure they're seated in the lap of an adult. Please refrain from eating, drinking, or smoking on the train, but however is required to brought some on board. And lastly, please keep your arms, legs, and other belongings on this side of the metal bars at all times. Now that we have all of that out of the way, we can get started on this 1-mile trek through the wow of Africa. As we depart the station, if you look right here in front of you, you're going to see the back of a building. Now, this is actually the conclusion of our year-long migration as we welcome back to the Dallas Zoo one of the largest animals that you'll find in Africa, the hippopotamus. We're going to have up-close and underwater viewing right here in this location. So please join us in just about 4 weeks, guys, and you can visit our Civic Hippo Outpost. Our journey this afternoon is going to take us throughout several different habitats in Africa. We're going to start way up in the mountains of Kenya and go all the way down to the rainforest of Rwanda. If you look right there in your vehicle at the front center console, there is a wildlife field guide. Please feel free to reference that guide at any time throughout our tour. I want you to be very familiar with the animals you're going to meet today. Remember, each tour is different. The animals are often in different locations, so always keep your eyes peeled and keep those cameras ready. Make sure you have your cameras ready right now as we enter the mountains of Kenya. Now here we're going to meet 2 different types of African mountain goats. The first one that you see with the long curving horns, that is the Nubian ibex, and they are characterized by having those long curving horns that can be up to 4 feet long and weigh as much as 40 pounds on their heads. And then resting on the mountain ranges, oh, make sure you take a picture of that very last mountain range at the very tippy top. You have the Nubian ibex along with the Aldad. The Aldad is also known as the Barbary sheep, and they are characterized for having that long fringe of flowing fur that goes from their chin all the way down their chest and even down their front legs. Now these animals are well suited for the mountainous lifestyle because of their hooves. Their hooves are concave shaped, which means that they're shaped kind of like suction cups, and that gives them a really good grip on that mountain, especially if they have to run fast to get away from predators like leopards. We are now leaving the mountains and descending into Samburu National Reserve, which is a protected area of about 200 square miles. Some of the animals that you would find there include elephants, giraffes, the endangered grizzly zebra, and the very large animals that you see right here in front of you right now. These are the common elands. We have a family of 3. Can you spot them all? We have Mama that's walking right here in front of the train. Baby girl is right there in the middle, and then Papa is all the way to the back going up the hill. He's hiding behind the tree there. Kind of hard to hide when you're that big, though. Now, the common eland, as you can tell by their size, they are not very fast runners at all. But surprisingly, they are excellent jumpers. This large animal can jump a span of about 8 to 10 feet, and that is from a standing position. That is normally how they will get away from predators. They actually jump right over their heads and then run away very slowly. The common eland has been domesticated in Africa for its milk, which contains about 3 times more fat content and more protein than cow's milk. Looks like she's marching right along with us there. Our next 2 habitats we are going to enter and exit rather quickly, so I'm going to let you know what you will be looking for before we even make it there. We will soon be entering our prey and predator habitats. The first area will be the prey animals. They're the ones that are always praying that they are not eaten by predators. Here we're going to meet Rufus and Reggie. Where are you, boys? Look all the way to the right-hand side. They're both kind of hanging out behind their swimming pool there. They are spur-winged geese, and they are the largest of the perching ducks, all the way to the right-hand side. And then next door, we're going to meet our ferocious predators. They are also scary. Let's go to the left-hand side, resting on the ledge, and then all the way to the right-hand side in the very back, resting on the ledge. Those ferocious cats are called caracals. They are sisters. Their names are Karen and Jenna. The word caracal is derived from the Turkish word that means black ears. That's how they got their name. They got black tufts of hair on their ears. I know they are small, cute, and oh so cuddly looking, but they are very fierce when it comes to hunting. They have strong hind legs, which enable them to outrun a lot of antelope and occasionally catch one and have it for dinner. They can also jump up to 8 feet into the air to squat down up to 5 low-flying birds all at one time. That is very impressive, if you ask me. Now, you guys listen very closely. You might be able to hear our next habitat before you listen.
5 birds at one time.
We are now entering the Great Rift Valley. The Great Rift Valley is a massive geological wonder that spans about 3,000 miles across the continent of Africa. It contains a vast diversity of plant and animal species, including over 400 different species of mammals and over 1,000 different species of birds. And you guys, check this out. Look at that beautiful nest. They are actually in the process of building that nest right now. These are the European storks, also known as the white storks. And they are migrating birds. They spend 3 months out of the year in Europe, the other 9 months in Africa. And aren't they wonderful parents? Look at that. Now, right behind the river, we have a couple of birds that have gray feathers. They are the Stanley cranes, also known as the blue crane, and they are the national birds of South Africa. And right here on the island, we have a flock of great white pelicans. These birds have a rubbery pouch underneath their beak called a gular. They use that gular to hold 3 to 5 gallons of water and up to 20 pounds of fish at one time. When they eat their fish, they swallow the head, dirt, and mold. That is because they have little teeth they cannot chew up. We're going to take a quick trip underneath the waterfall. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. I'll catch you guys on the other side. On the face of the earth. But we have to do what we can, even at home, in order to conserve it. And that means doing the smallest thing, like turning that water off when you are brushing your teeth. Every little bit can help. We have a very shy and elusive animal coming up, and it's very hard to see. Look all the way to the right-hand side at the very back. All the way to the right, all the way to the back. There's a large cinnamon colored animal with white stripes going down its side. I'm so sorry, I do not control where these animals go. He just chose the rest all the way back there. That is the critically endangered bongo. Critically endangered means that they are almost extinct due to loss of habitat and poaching. There are only about 100 of those animals that remain in the Great Rift Valley of Africa. And that pretty much concludes our tour through the cool, wet river. Our next stop is going to be to one of the most inhospitable places on earth. No, it is not Dallas, Texas on a hot summer day. There's an area that's actually hotter than that. We are now entering the Sahara Desert. That's where temperatures have been recorded as high as 134 degrees, and that was underneath the shade tree. Now here we're going to find a wonderful success story that tells just how important zoos are. All the way to the right-hand side, you will meet the scimitar horned oryx. These animals were once extinct in the wild. Can you believe that? They no longer existed. But due to zoos and other protected agencies, they have been bred, and there is a small herd that has been released out into Africa, and they are breeding and doing well on their their own. So we are very proud to have those scimitar horned oryx there. Now entering the Kalahari Desert, first animals that we meet are called addicts. They're right up front here. They are well suited for the hot, dry desert lifestyle because they can go many, many months without drinking any water from any major water source. They get all the water they need from the plants and the vegetation that they eat on a daily basis. As we continue along, right up front here, you're going to find a very large, sightless bird that unfortunately has eyeballs that are bigger than his brain. Bless that heart. That is Newman. He's our male ostrich. Male ostriches will always have black feathers. The females will always have sandy brown or gray colored feathers. And all the way to the back, large gray animals with long, sharp, pointy horns, that is the gemsbok. The gemsbok is one of the most aggressive of the antelope species. Small screw habitat. Oh, aren't they cute? Coming up next. Sorry, I get caught up in my work sometimes. The first animals that we meet there are the West African crown cranes. Making their call. Okay, again. The West African crown crane, named for that beautiful crown of feathers on their head. Perfect for blending in with the tall grasses of the savannah. And they were joined there by a couple of lappet-faced vultures. The word lappet means wrinkled. So if anybody ever calls you lappet, I'm so sorry, that is not a compliment at all. The lappet-faced vulture is the largest vulture that you'll find in Africa with a wingspan of about 9 feet. We have a small forest habitat coming up next. Large brown antelope with white stripes going down their sides. Beautiful camouflage for being back in the leaves and what have you. They are Nyabas. All 4 of them are males. Only the males of the species have horns. The females do not. Now don't forget to have that wonderful wildlife field guide at your front center console. Please feel free to use it as we enter the more open grasslands of the Serengeti. And you can tell spring is in the air. We have a lot of birds that are doing some nesting, including the marabou storks right here on the island. Yes, she's sitting on an egg right there. The marabou stork is a scavenger bird, just like the laughing-faced vulture is. Moving towards the right-hand side, another beautiful bird. That is a raptor. It is the secretary bird. All the way to the back, right-hand side, large gray antelope with white stripes going down its side. That is the lesser kudu. And as we exit, a tall, slender brown antelope with a long neck. That is the gerenuk. The word gerenuk is actually a Somali word for a giraffe name. Also, as we exit all the way to the right-hand side, there was a tree. A very large tree that looked like it was planted upside down with the roots on the top, and it had no greenery on it whatsoever. That is a replica of the baobab tree. The baobab tree is the biggest and oldest tree that you'll find in Africa, and that tree is also important because it can hold hundreds of gallons of water in its trunk. During seasons of drought, people and animals will go up to this tree, peel the bark off, take a nice cool drink, and that will actually sustain a lot of life there until the rains come back and fill up their rivers and lakes with their drinking water. If you guys remember the movie The Lion King, it is the tree that Rafiki the baboon lived in. He called it the tree of life. And by the way, the word Rafiki in Swahili means friend. Oh boy, make sure you have your cameras ready. Speaking of trees, here we are entering our Kimberly Clark chimpanzee forest. If you look eye level right there in the trees, you will find our Kipkis hanging out, along with baby Mashindi. He's the youngster in the group. He's always causing a little bit of mischief wherever he goes. So look at how he is trying. Oh, he's just adorable. These are very intelligent animals. They know how to make and use their own tools. And they'll actually pass that information down from generation to generation. So one thing you will not ever see the chimpanzee do is monkey around. That is because they are not monkeys at all. They are actually part of the great ape family, along with gorillas, orangutans, and bonobos. An easy way to tell the difference between a monkey and an ape is that monkeys will always have some sort of tail. We are now going to go swimming through a portion of the Grumeti River, which contains a very large population of Africa's largest reptiles. They are Nile crocodiles. Look closest to us on the land, you'll find our big male, and the female is in the water towards the left-hand side. Now, crocodiles are ambush predators, which means that they'll sit very still for hours, sometimes days on end, just waiting for something unsuspecting animal to come take a cool drink of water, then all of a sudden, snap. That's right, dinner time for the crocodile. I wish my dinner would just come in bones to my mouth and have something like that every day. Snap, snap. And coming up next, if you look down by the very large tree, you will find Africa's tallest cranes. They are the wattle cranes, named for the wattle underneath their beak. They have a wattle kind of like turkey does, only theirs is covered in white feathers. They are monogamous birds, which means they're mated for life. They usually have one chick a year. They raise that chick, send them on out, and hope for the best, kind of like we do with our own children. For just a couple of minutes, we're going to be traveling through the rainforest of Rwanda, which is where you will find yet another endangered species. If you walk on our gorilla trail, you will find the Jake L. Hammond Gorilla Research and Conservation Station. You can walk into that building and view those animals from there, and you can also find out what we are doing here at the Dallas Zoo to try to help protect and save that endangered species. You guys are helping us out with that just by coming out today and paying your admission or showing your membership card. You're saying that you care about these animals and you want to see them around for future generations to enjoy. So we say thank you so much for coming out to support us today. If you all have not been to the Giants of the Savannah yet, then this is a perfect view of the entrance. In the Giants of the Savannah, you will find a herd of African elephants. We also have lions, cheetahs, and if you are feeling adventurous, make sure you stop by our giraffe feeding platform. That's where you can purchase food to feed to the giraffes and actually check out their 18-inch long purple Christmas style tongue. Sometimes they'll wrap that tongue around your fingers when you're feeding them. Across the treetops, we have a very rocky habitat. That is where our mandrills live. The mandrill is the world's largest monkey. Yes, they are monkeys. They can have a tail. That's fun stuff. We have three hanging out there today. We have Mama Saffron, her baby boy Obi, and our newest member is Jack. He's about 9 years old. Very colorful on his face and tiny. That's just his way to say, hey, ladies, this is me. I'm Obi and Faithful. And right next door to the mandrill, we will find our favorite tuxedo friends. These are the African black-footed penguins, yet another endangered species. They have lost about 90% of their population over the past 10 years. And that is due to loss of nesting habitat, and also a loss of their food source, which is fish. That's why it's so important for us to keep our waterways clean, keep pollutants out of the water. Also, if we use reusing the shop bags instead of those plastics, that will help out tremendously. The last area that we'll be passing through today is our Wild Zoo Africa Plaza. Right across the way there, we have some lesser flamingos. And then right next door to that is our Wild Encounter stage. And please don't forget, we also have Zoo North. That's on the other side of the zoo. There you will find tigers and, of course, everybody's favorite animals. All those big old snakes and lizards. You have to go over there and meet Butter. Butter is a very large snake. She is beautiful, but her name is Butter. Very cute. As we enter back into the station, I have to remind you all to please stay seated until the train comes to a complete stop. If you are sitting at the bottom, please notice there will be a step to get up. If you are sitting at the top, there is a step to get down. Please look around you and grab everything you brought on board today, including cameras, cell phones, sunglasses, and most importantly, your children. You have to grab them all, take them all with you, please. Do not leave them on the train with you. Once again, my name is Tanja with the J. It was my pleasure to be your safari guide today. If you have any questions, comments, need directions, I'll be right here at the exit for all of that. Thank you all so much for riding, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of the day here at the Dallas Zoo.
Yes, you too.
That's cool.
What do you think, Asher?
Did you like it? I like it.
What'd you think?
Not taking a picture, he's asking one question. I like it, Mom. Yes.
Yes.
I
Easton.
think yes.
Yes. Yes, that's
Yes.
what you think about it? Mama, what do you think about it?
I thought it was fabulous.
Fabulous. I think it was fabulous also. It was pretty cool. A lot of things you wouldn't have saw by just walking. I think you actually had to. I think you actually had to take it to see the other half. I think Asher has a good potty.